Hello and welcome to another Battle of Route 18. It's football, and I'm Frank Knoppenberg, your host, and I'm joined by outstanding former athlete Rich Whalen, who was a star in football and basketball for us and currently the basketball assistant coach for the men. Rich, what's your thoughts on today's game?
Well, Old Bridge, East Brunswick have been playing since my junior year. We were fortunate enough to win that game, but since then Old Bridge has had the better of the play. So one interesting thing to look at today is Old Bridge has a playoff game next week. We'll have to see who's playing for them, but I'm sure East Brunswick wants to get a win since there haven't been many for them in this series.
And since you brought it up, do you have a fondest memory of that last time you played here for the Battle of Route 18?
You know what? I kind of remember the first one that we won. We ended up losing my senior year, but the second one, we actually opened the offense up a little bit with Coach Borden. We were a running team, and then we sort of opened up the offense and threw the ball a lot. So I kind of remember, although Old Bridge scored a lot, we were able to put some points on the board in that game.
And I do remember that game. And now we have a very special guest. Some people know him as Mr. Oldbridge. This is Mr. Ron Mazzola from Oldbridge. He wears many hats, as I just said. He is not only the voice of Oldbridge, but he's their historian. And more importantly, he runs a lot of tournaments for the state and the GMC, specifically gymnastics and wrestling. But today we're going to talk football with Ron. Ron, what's your thoughts about today's game?
It's an interesting day. It's Thanksgiving is always special. It's the crisp air and the holiday, and to me, it's more like a true homecoming. You see a lot of the alumni come back, especially the more current ones because they're home from college. So Thanksgiving always means a lot. As far as the game goes today, you've got a hungry East Brunswick team who's haven't had the greatest of seasons against an Old Bridge team that is going to the state final. And are they looking ahead? And I don't think they are, but there's always that possibility.
Right. Do you have you've been at many of them because I know
all of them.
And favorite memory of any of them?
Oh, I have many. Bob DeMarco's last game actually on this field, where the officiating crew signed the penalty flag, the yellow penalty flag, and gave it to him, and it's something he treasures. Marcus Borden's last game, a few years back, was also played at the Battle of Route 18, and two legendary coaches like that. There have been some great performances. The East Brunswick name that comes to mind is Greg Kohlheim,
right,
who was a quarterback in the very first game and really dominated Old Bridge at Lombardi.
That's right.
in the opener in 1994. There have been a lot of great moments in this game.
Okay, now who did Old Bridge play prior to the Battle of Route 18 on Thanksgiving?
Old Bridge was two high schools back then. It was Madison Central and Cedar Ridge, and they played each other. And it was a true Old Bridge community kind of day. And then when they brought the schools together for September of '94, Old Bridge wanted to continue playing on Thanksgiving Day, needed to find somebody. Apparently, the story I remember is that they had asked Saraville. Saraville was the first choice, turned them down, came to East Brunswick, and Marcus and Bob DeMarco got together, and they go, yeah, let's do this. And 22 years later, we're still here.
And it continues, and thank you for spending time with us. Good luck in the winter season to you.
Before the game, East Brunswick honored the senior players and managers for their commitment and dedication to the program. Let's meet the seniors.